Guys, hello from Kyiv. Misha and I here with you on late Friday night, almost 10 p.m. Kyiv time, and I've been collecting the most important news of the last week, actually this week, and we wishing you an amazing weekend. And let's start these news updates. My latest video was about attack on Kyiv because this week's start for Kyiv city is very tough. It was denied from Sunday to Monday. You can watch my previous video about that. Rescue work has been working 3 days, and North Korea rocket just destroyed the 5-story residential buildings here in Shevchenkivsky district, maybe like 15-20 minutes drive from my place, and 9 persons were killed. So I can say that Kyiv slowly turned into Kharkiv reality, because Kharkiv before was always under the attack. And after 200 days as Trump being a president, the attacks only increased, not only in Kyiv but in other towns. But I see that Kyiv under so heavy attacks on civilians, on their houses when they are sleeping, like each 5-6 days. And before, maybe it was like once per month, something like that, like heavily, but I have like this feeling that 2 or 3 months been the toughest. And yeah, this actually hard time for Kyiv, let's say like that, and for other towns as well. So last night was also loud. I going to check. It was maybe air siren for 6 hours, I guess. Yeah, 6 hours, 16 minutes, and it was 363 drones, and like Shaheds drones mixed together with Russian drones, and 6 caliber missiles. Thankfully, they are not was huge renovations maybe, and I heard explosions, but I understand I need my sleep, because my sleep and my health getting worse recently, and immune system is a little bit collapsed. So I tried to sleep last night at least 6 hours. I think I managed it. So and consequences of the attack is only in Kyiv region and Bilat Cerkva region, and thankfully no one died, but in Fastiv region is injured 62 years old man, and I see already different reports that Russia is preparing another massive attack to Kyiv, 40 rockets and many drones, but always I see in this attack, because we know that Putin is not going to stop. So that is about attack what I'm going to mention. And about situation in the front lines, our commander of armed forces of Ukraine, Zelensky, mentioned that we stopped counteroffensive in Sumy Oblast. We know that Russian is going to get Sumy, as they said, and going faster to Sumy, occupied different villages, but now it's stopped, like he mentioned this yesterday, I guess. And this is the idea: whenever we stop Russians, they don't come. Whenever we let them in, they came. So that is like we have to defeat ourselves, because if we can't defeat, they will come. And from 2014, many people speaking about that we have to dig in, and now people also telling that we have to dig in even more, because Russia is coming and not going to stop. So at least we prevent this in Sumy. We will see. And recent updates that they're going to doing offensive in mostly they will focusing now in Zaporizhia Oblast, the Zaporizhia region. They very close to Dnieper region there, and they throwing now many military techniques through the Mariupol to this region. So we will see on which they are going to focus this summer and this autumn. So as I see previously, this is going to be Sumy and Zaporizhia. Also, they're going to do the military training in Belarus, and who knows where they're going to go. So it could be also Kyiv, and I don't think the other countries this time, but could be Kyiv, could be Sumy, could be other places. We don't know. We will see. So that I said, and yeah, also the latest attack that I said about for Kyiv, it was very tough beginning of the week, night, Sunday to Monday, 23rd of June, and on Tuesday I posted this to my Telegram channel that Russia attacked with ballistic Dnipro city, and unfortunately the train that came from Odessa to I forgot Odessa to Zaporizhia, it was stopped in Dnipro, and it was also got injured with ballistic. I see many photos with blood, the broken windows in the train. So I keep checking the updates from Tuesday. The number of those who died increased. So I guess for today it's 21 killed in Dnipro and Dnipro region, because a ballistic target Dnipro city and then the city of Samara in Dnipro region. And altogether 21 dead and around 300 people injured. And today Russia, the day on Friday, they do the second ballistic attack on probably in the same place on Samara, and there right now 5 killed and 23 injured. So, and just maybe hour ago I see the attack on Chuguyev. It's in Kharkiv region, and they attacked some enterprise, and I don't see the information about the killed, but they injured. So my goal is to say the front lines in the village near the front lines are always under attack, and the peaceful cities that like far from the front lines, Russia target with ballistic, calibers, cruise missiles, drones, and this week was tough for Dnipro and for Kyiv. So unfortunately it will be continue. There is no sign that Russian is going to stop. So then today, maybe 2-3 hours ago, I saw the news that we attacked 2 military aircraft, warplane Su-34 in airfield Marinka, or what is the name? Marunivka, like Marinka, like I don't know. In Russia, doesn't matter. The important that we crushed this. Like 2 destroyed and 2 damages. It's according to the information from Ukrainian side. So what else? I see there's recently it's more and more prisoners of war exchanging prisoners of war and heroes back to Kyiv, back to Ukraine, and for last couple of months it's happened more often, and really makes me happy, and many Ukrainians happy too about that. So I think it's little by little I collect all the important news, and we're going to talk about NATO summit. And guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you for your comments, your emails. Thank you for watching this channel and help me to grow in my channel about Ukraine, war in Ukraine, news in Ukraine, and also thank you for donating for Car for Ukraine. I'm another YouTubers and me, we have the common goal to collect money for the cars for the front lines, and you will see the link in the description box down below. I have already over 1,000 euros, and my goal is 5,500 euros. It's I guess the price for one car or half of the car. So we will be collecting that money, and we had an amazing results for Easter Pisanki. So it makes me very happy that you supporting also this volunteer initiative for supporting, because the only way to stop Russia is defeating ourselves. We don't have other choice, because they come in and come and come in. So actually, yeah, let's start, and thank you again. So now we discussed the summit in Hague that been in Netherlands, and Zelensky arrived there in a suit, something similar to a suit. So maybe that's why it was positive for Ukraine. And actually, Trump spoke positive about Zelensky, that he is like very brave guy, and defending and have this fight for his country. So all in all, it was positive, that I kind of like it. Maybe one key why it was like I hope it's not the black suit, but because if you remember the situation with Medvedev and nuclear like position, like Russia showing their pro-Iranian positions, because Medvedev mentioned that something like, if so, Russia is going to give nuclear weapons to Iran, and this was look like potential threat. And maybe this was the key that Trump understood that Russia is a real threat, and NATO also as well understood that Russia is a real threat for Europe, because they are going to I don't know, adding 5% of their budget for increasing like defense of NATO countries. Many countries are okay with that, but not Spain, because Spain thinking maybe they are too far, and like this is okay. But you know, the rockets is flying far away. And what I can say about our experience as Ukrainians, you know, war started in 2014, far from us. Like, let's say I always lived in Kyiv, and Donetsk, Lugansk, it was back then looked like very close to Russia, and we have a pro-Russian president, so it's looked like a regional conflict, and like very, very far, you know. So, and 10 years ago, I wouldn't imagine that this could happen here in Kyiv. You know, the war is getting closer, and now rockets reaching Lviv and other like all around Ukraine. And now finally Europe understand that it's really threat, and the Russians have huge appetite, and Trump, I think, understand this too. So it's really great that they are going to increase their defense and showing Russia that they ready, they defend themselves. But actually this is all scenario not that quickly, I guess, till next 10 years, till 2020, till 2035, let's say like that. So and what else? Yeah, I saw how journalists from BBC from Ukraine speak with Trump, and I don't know, maybe this was looked for me that Trump has some sympathy for her, because her husband is in the front line. She lives in Warsaw with her kids, and she was asking about Patriots, because Patriots is important for Ukraine, and if Ukraine can buy these Patriots, like even we didn't ask even like could we buy these Patriots, and Trump showing his real interest for Ukraine, for her husband that in the front lines, and of course mentioned that about Patriots he will see, because the Patriots also is needed in Israel. So we will see also about Patriots. So all in all, it was kind of positive for Ukraine, and yeah. So I can say that arming Ukraine is the only way to influence Russia and to protect ourselves. So it's our goals, because if you put more sanctions to Russia, what Biden did and all the world did, you can see that it doesn't help. So only bring us military help could stop Russia, and like finally Europe understand this. So that is how it's look in my eyes, that some countries really understood Russia has a huge appetite for other countries too. So we should be ready. And yeah, maybe Trump also changed his view on Putin, on Russia, that they really not going to stop this war, plus this Medvedev with his nuclear help for Iran. So it's like, I don't know. And you know, Putin also said this propaganda that this West is not going to fight, and they're not ready for the war, because actually it was true that US doesn't want to be included in any other war. Also, Trump said that when he become the president, he will stop all the wars. And also he mentioned that they stopped the war within 24 hours in Ukraine. It was like kind of sarcastic. So yeah, you see it turned out more complicated because Trump can do some pressure on Israel and Iran, but in the situation with Ukraine and Russia, he cannot push and do something with Putin because Trump said that he's not happy about the attack on peaceful cities, and Putin continued killing us. So, doesn't work. What's else? Yeah, maybe. This is what Erdogan mentioned, that he could organize the meet in Turkey between Putin and Trump. But again, it's a question: is really Putin need this meeting with Trump? We don't know. So again, only military help for Ukraine is a real chance to stop Putin, influence Russia. Sanctions, I don't know, Russia is adapting for the sanctions. It's 2022, they have their military factories, and they kind of okay. Of course, they didn't want to have new sanctions, but they kind of adapting. So only military help can some influence for Russia. And yeah, military help for Ukraine can stop Russia from future military actions in the other countries. And what's else? So we need more money for defense in Ukraine to reduce ambitions of Russia. Actually, this is what I'm going to say, because we are really in the beginning of the Third World War III. So Third World, yeah, you know, understand. World War III, yeah. So actually, that's it. Was positive meetings for Ukraine, and I hope we will have more weapons, because it's really realistic that Ukraine can fall, and Putin is not really going to stop. It's not just a war. So finally, other countries start realizing it. And I mentioned this is in my previous videos, that some hospitals in Latvia and Finland, again, I didn't remember, getting ready for the war. So, like, Europe is starting getting ready. Now it's actually good signs, because they're going to show Putin that we are ready. So I guess in NATO, I don't remember who mentioned that Putin could be ready to attack NATO in 3, 5, or 7 years. I see these numbers. So we could stop it, like just help Ukraine, and that is real chance to reduce appetite of Russia. So guys, I mentioned about Frontlines, about the recent attack, and yes, I try to sleep more, because the last months really influenced my health, and this hard sleeping is very important. So appreciate your calm, good nights, because it's really influences your memory, your health, your immune system. And I just check a lot about what is sleep, how much sleep is important for our body, for immune system, for protect us from different viruses, from future dementia and problem with the memory, concentration. So it's like sleep is the best. So appreciate what you have in your countries now, because we meet in sunrises not because of our wish. I hope one day I will be able to meet sunrise because of my will, not because of the crazy neighbor. So yeah, it was hard and sleepless time for Kyiv, and we're getting ready for another attacks, and many people started using bomb shelter, because I remember 2023, 2024, not many people went to the park in a metro, but Russia is getting more crazy, and more residents went to the shelters now because attack is heavy with mix of everything, and they find like one city and attacking this, like they choose Kyiv, and it's done. Everything they throw to Kyiv: drones, rockets, calibers, rockets from North Korea, ballistics, like all together. So like this, and yeah, we have to be careful more about ourselves. I was not productive this week at all. I spent some time with doctors for myself, also with doctors for my dad. So sometimes it gets me a little bit upset that instead of working and educate myself, I feel tired, I feel not active, and I have to visit doctors, and everything's kind of like spontaneous because of the, it's hard to organize during the wartime. It's war, it's air raid siren, people don't sleep, and something always happen. So appreciate your routine and your sleep, and have a good and amazing weekend. I hope we will have nice quiet weekend too, and hard to say about the next week. Most probably Russia is going to attack us again, maybe even Saturday, Sunday, like I don't know. So far, Friday late night is quiet, 10 p.m., and we are going to do this video and go to bed. So guys, thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for listening, for watching, and hope to see you very soon. Thank you so much. Misha, he had a shower in the wash machine, saying goodbye. Tanya saying goodbye, and see you later. Ciao.